Hello, 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 good people. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so proud of you too. I guess we're proud of each other at this time. Yes, yes, keep doing all the great things that you are doing. Keep doing the great things that you are doing. You're definitely being a blessing to many people. Yes. So I'm just going to give it like another 60 seconds. I know this is like not the, I know it's like midday. Some people are probably at their silent investors, at their office, getting their work in, doing what they need to do. Hello, Roz. Hi, Kimberly. Hey, Camille, how are you? Hello. Just let me know you can hear me. Just let me know if you can hear me. I don't want to keep talking and you really can't hear me speaking to you. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Tiffany. How are you? Hello. Come on in. Share the broadcast. Invite somebody. Matter of fact, just tag somebody's name in here. Tag somebody's name. Put it in their messenger. I believe that this will be a blessing for somebody. I'm not going to be on long at all. I'm actually just stationed just for a second. Just stationed just for a moment, and this has really popped into my spirit to come give this out to you. Hey, Sophia, how are you? Hello. So I wanted to make sure that I came and delivered what I believe that would be a benefit to you today. And if you look and see at the message that I have above, it says, have you ever felt like you went the wrong way? I don't know about you. Maybe you did everything right. Maybe, your steps has been so ordered that you haven't moved in the wrong direction or anything like that. But for myself, I have taken many steps that I felt that I can see now was not the best thing at that particular time, but I did move in the direction. You understand what I'm saying? So I did go and do some things that maybe might not have been what I needed to do at the time. And even sometimes doing things with good intentions is not something that, is not always something that you should do at that particular moment. So for myself, just been really more mindful of what it is that I'm doing, pursuing. It doesn't even have to be business. It could be just, your relationships, your relationships with your family, with your children, with your friends, business wise, whatever it is. But what I want to give you today, I just want you to think about it, because what I notice is I speak to a lot of people are so afraid to move. They're just so afraid to take a step. Because, they are fearful of messing up and getting it wrong, and I get it, I totally get it, especially a person like myself. I felt like I always was being blamed. I always did something that, I was being accused of, and some of the stuff, I did do. But to hear all the time that, you've gone in a different direction, you've gone in the wrong direction, and because you did this, this has happened. And yes, that may be true. That is why it is very important that we do have clarity and we hear clearly from God. You understand what I'm saying? But one thing I noticed, I myself is coming to a great understanding is that this word says that the steps of a good man is ordered by the Lord. So I'm going to give you 3 things today. I want to give you 3 things, because what God is saying also too is that his people have become so fearful that they won't even move. Even when he tells you something, you still won't move. You still won't do it, and I look at that and I'm like, okay, wait, if God is telling me to do something, then why the heck won't I get up and move? For anything, that's when I know I'm going to move quicker. That's how we should be, rather. So there's 3 things that I want to give you, because you got to understand that each thing that you do is still going to put you in a space, where you're supposed to be. So you can't be afraid of what we say, taking a risk, taking a leap of faith. You can't be afraid of that. And I know that's what the enemy has come to trap a lot of people with. Hey, Pam, how are you? Hi, Alicia. The enemy has come to keep a lot of people fearful of just moving when you have been given even clear directions of what it is that you are supposed to do. So I'm going to give you these 3 things, okay, that I know, the 3 things that you have to do. You have to do. You have to get moving in order for God, so God can order your steps. You have to do. The word says to be a doer of the word, to do, not to just sit and, we're supposed to pray, we're supposed to read, but after you have prayed, after you have read, after you have studied, even while you're fasting, you need to be in do mode. You need to be in do mode. One of the things I recently learned, I was looking at some of the stuff that I've been doing, and I was like, oh my gosh, God, I see that you might not have wanted me to lead with this. One thing he has spoken to me was, I'd rather for you have done it, Crystal, because now you see what it is that I want you to do. Not saying that is not something that I didn't have in the mix for you, but you wasn't supposed to lead out with that. So it's just like playing spades. I don't know, some of you people might not play no cards, but I used to be in spots where I would be playing me some cards, and not even just in the after hour spot or anything like that, but just having family time, good time with friends, that I would play me some cards. And one thing you want to do when you playing spades, you want to find out what the person has in their hand. So you got to lead with either the ace of spade, or, if you really want to find out what everybody got in their hand, you might even come and pull a big joker, even which people say, oh my God, you shouldn't do that at first. But guess what? If you really want to find out who's holding what, you might just go out with a big joker if you have it, especially if you got the little joker, because now I just got everything. I just pulled everybody's stuff, everybody card, to get what it is that I need. So you might not have been led with the card that he wanted you to play at first, but he's saying to us right now is that you need to lead, you need to do something so I could move you where you need to be. Okay. The second thing is you have to be open to change. Even when, guess what? Even when this is what you're supposed to do. Be open to change. So the second is change. Be open to doing something different. Even things you don't like, and even the things you do like. There's some things that you've been called to do, but he's telling you, I need you to either do it a different way. I need you to do it this way. So you have to be open-minded. You have to be open to the Spirit and those that he will come and to bring you godly counsel, like myself. Be open to doing it different, to be open to change. Okay. All right. So like I said, this is going to be really a short message. Also, your number 3 is rerouted. Okay, when you have gone in a direction that you realize that, guess what, that's not the direction that you should be on, then be okay with just taking or going, being rerouted. God is redirecting your stuff. He says, I'm repositioning you. So you might have took a left when he said take a turn. Be okay with going backing up and going to the right, or either, speeding up and moving in the thing that he's telling you to do, so you can go in the direction that he wants you to go in. Let me tell you something. When I got this download, when I saw this, and he was saying to me, I'd rather for you to be in motion, moving, doing something, so I can redirect you, than you sitting stuck doing nothing. It's just like the story, the parable that we read so many times, and maybe some of you on here haven't read it, and I totally get it, because I wasn't always a believer myself. So when you hear the story about the men with the 5 talents, all four of them went. God gave them something, and they went out and they multiplied it. One came back with the same thing. Why? Because he was so afraid to let what it was that God gave him go. And God was mad with him about that. He was like, I'd rather for you have done something with it, invested it somewhere, than you not do anything with this. So today, I want to help someone. I want to help you right now. You may feel that you have moved in the wrong direction, and possibly so. But that's a good thing, because God can redirect you. He can reroute you and put you on the path that you are supposed to be on. You just have to be open to the change and to the redirection. You have to be open to doing it a little bit different than maybe what you were doing it. And also, once again, maybe what you're leading with is not what you're supposed to lead with. Instead of you leading with the ace, you might need to come out with another card. So be okay with it, and don't worry about, guess what, how it looks to other people, because that's another thing that you're saying, oh my gosh, well, I came out this way, and they're gonna say, I'm giving you mixed messages, my signal is a little bit off. No, it takes time to discover yourself. And that's one thing I help people do. It's okay. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace. The more you keep doing, the more you will discover. Be okay with that. Be okay with this, okay? So it's best to get in do mode. The 3 things I gave you out was do, change, and be rerouted. The second, I'm going to give you just a bonus right here. Be okay with being your biggest cheerleader. Toot your own horn. Nobody else is going to talk about what it is that you do and rave about you like you. Nobody else is going to do that. You know why? Because you have to get comfortable you have to become comfortable and confident and have enough courage to sell yourself to whoever it is, whatever organization, whatever community it is. You're pretty much selling yourself. So you have to be okay and toot your horn. Say, you know what? Whatever it is that you do. I'm a speaker. I know how to speak. Guess what? I'm tooting my horn that, guess what? In 2018, I lived up to the expectation to become an author and to really step into my coaching and my mentor position that God has me. Another thing is that, I'm a great teacher of the word. I believe that I am a great teacher of the word. I don't care what you think. That's the thing. I don't really care what you think. It's what I know and what I believe about me. And that's how you have to be. Toot your horns about your wins. So if you got whatever it was that you was able to accomplish, I don't care if it's small, if it's big or small, it doesn't matter. Those are your accomplishments. Nobody else is going to rave about you the way you're going to rave about yourself. And get you a support system that's going to give you that support. But guess what, people? There's going to be times where people are not going to support you. And you have to be okay with that too. This is why you have to become comfortable with who you are and knowing exactly what it is that you do. Everybody's not going to support you, but you better support you every day when you wake up and you walk around and say, you know what? I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of the person that I'm becoming. And I did this good today. You know what I'm proud about? Let me tell y'all something. Let me just give y'all a little tip here about me, right? Because, I've been single for a while. And my children have left my nest long time ago. I got one back, but she was gone for 6 years. So I got comfortable with living a certain way. And one of the ways I got comfortable was I was like, okay, I'm wasting money cooking because I'm used to cooking for me and others, right? So I noticed that I would be wasting my money, wasting food. So I started to say, okay, what's best going to work for me is I'm going to eat out. It works best for me. But what I'm doing right now, because I'm building my business and also trying to make sure, I'm just getting my finances in order. I made my lunch today. Listen, that's huge for me. I don't do that stuff. I don't. I've been cooking lately, been making my own lunch, I'm taking my stuff to work. Those are my wins. And I'm happy about that accomplishment, that I took time out to say, you know what, Crystal, don't spend your money in the street. You went shopping, so spend the money. Go ahead and take the time out to make your food. You got your own coffee, make your own. Well, today I didn't have no more coffee, so I had to go get my coffee. But my point is that, be okay with some of your wins that you're doing. Your wins, like right now, I don't know what your wins are for you, but I'm very happy about my new upcoming wins that I'm having. You understand what I'm saying? I was like, oh my gosh, today I was able to put out, get some of my graphics out, do some of the things that I needed to do. Those are wins for me, because those are things that I'm doing. I'm getting in alignment with what it is that I'm doing. So you gotta be okay. You have to be okay. Become confident in you. Become confident in you. See, look at Melinda. She's been packing her lunch since, and I'm like, oh, you know what? This feels pretty good. I used to do this all the time. I just stopped because my lifestyle had changed. But now my lifestyle is changing in a different way as well. So, just be okay. Be okay with you and get started. Even if you move in the wrong direction, God will redirect your steps. He says the steps of a good man is ordered by the Lord. Be okay. Be open to change. Okay? Be open to it. And watch and see what's going to start happening for you. Watch and see. You're going to become much clearer. You're going to become crystal clear. You really are. You're going to start seeing clearly, because you're going to realize, oh, that's not for me. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. This is for me. Let me step into this all the way. Oh, this is not the time for me to do it. It might not be the season for you to do it. This relationship might not be for me, whatever it is. You have to become crystal clear. And I know for myself, when I became crystal clear about the life that I wanted, my life just completely changed. I became unstoppable because I knew exactly what it was I wanted, and I was able to go for it. Okay? Look at you. Congratulations. It's been 1 year, 8 months since you haven't. Good for you. Let me tell you, I know about them cigarettes, man. Them cigarettes, listen, if, people ask me sometime, they would ask me, was it hard for you to stop getting high? Or was the cigarettes harder? I have to tell you, to be honest with you, the cigarettes was harder. They were harder for me. But I'm so glad it's been, I don't know, well over 8 years or something like that, haven't smoked cigarettes, and I thank God for that. So, thank God. Look at that, 7 months sober. Look at you. Praise the Lord. And you can have 7 years. You can have 7 years and another 7 years and another 7 years. So, somebody can, give her praise today. 7 months she's been sober. I know what it feels like. I remember when I didn't even think I was going to get 3 seconds, 3 minutes, 3 days. And here it is. I got 20 plus. So you can do it. You can do it, and God will open up a way, and He will definitely start orchestrating your steps. And don't be so hard on yourself. Be tender with yourself. Be patient with yourself. One thing about us, we are very hard on ourselves, especially when we live that type of lifestyle. We're very hard on ourselves because the condemnation, the shame, and the guilt that, the enemy tries to come and keep you bound to. So I just want you to know that you can do it, and I thank God that you are doing it. And just stay the course. Just stay the course. Follow the guide of the Holy Spirit. Follow the guide. All right, so once again, I just wanted to come give you those 3 things. My name is Crystal Cunningham. 3 things for today. So if you felt like you've been moving in the wrong direction, it's okay, because number 1, do. If you are in do mode, you are in the right mode, because God can change that. He can change that, but He can't change nothing when you're stuck. So the second thing is you have to be open to change. Be open to change. Number 3 is you being rerouted. Be okay with being rerouted. When we driving on the highway, sometimes we miss our exit. We miss our turn. But the great thing about it is the GPS says rerouting to get you where you're supposed to be. That's the Holy Spirit responsibility, to reroute us where we're supposed to be. but you have to be open. Sometimes you'll keep driving, keep going. You wind up, I've done that several times, like, I don't think that's where I'm supposed to be. That's why you've been riding longer. You could have went back a long time ago. But because you don't think that's where you're supposed to be, and the GPS is trying to get you there, guess what? You're going to stay on that road, that wrong road, longer than you have to. All right. So I hope this message has been very helpful for you today. Once again, share this out. Give this to somebody. Just tag somebody in here so they can hear this message as well. That, you know, they might feel that they've been on the wrong route, on the wrong path, and they have completely stopped. They're stuck. And God is saying it's time for you to get unstuck. Rise up and move. Pick up your bed and let's go. Y'all have a blessed day. Talk to you later. Bye.